We can do it.
I like that. That was good. Wait, that was really good.
You guys hear that? That's the sound of me drinking the beverage Blake just made me. He made us drinks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're so good. Oh, I missed that. I haven't heard you do that in a while. Yeah. No, it's so good.
Yeah, I know. I've also decided too that, you know how people always say like, you know, the Becky G song, singing in the shower.
Yeah, I love that
But,
song.
like, I feel like there's, you know, the joke of like, oh, I sound better when I sing in the shower. Like people who sing in the shower. No, like my shower has good acoustics. Like I was singing in the shower the other day. I sound just like Janelle Monáe.
I believe you.
I was like, hey, if
I'm
the
not about to tell you no.
I mean, my phone was blaring as loud as it could, and I was singing. So like, I don't know if I was
and you were
hearing
singing
her
with
or me.
Janelle Monáe?
Right.
Right.
But if the phone turned off, y'all would think it was still her.
100%. 100%.
I know. At the record shop, I was looking for one of her albums because I was like, I don't have a record player.
I know,
But
yeah.
I want to do the thing. Like, this is so basic with me, and like, honestly, I might have to do some self-reflection because you know how I like can't be like other people.
No, God forbid. God forbid.
I know. And I know how people do the thing of like putting up records that they like and using them as decor. But I was like, not me like wanting to do that.
Well, because it's a good idea.
No, because like it's a genius idea and like that's a really good way to show your personality. But the thing is about me is like I would have the most unique records. Like I would not pick it would their Frank Ocean album would not be up there. The Chance the Rapper album would not be up there. A Beyonce album would not be up there. And I'm just saying those people pick those ones. There would be no Beatles.
Okay.
I'm looking for the deep dives. You know, I'm looking for the things that people don't know
Okay.
about. Jordan Pruitt. Give me a Jordan Pruitt album. Okay, put it up.
Okay, I do love Jordan. Do you know what
Janelle Monáe. Give me put it up.
They were...
Megan Thee Stallion. Put it up. Kiki Palmer. Put it up.
Put it up. No, I was thinking the other day, because I heard about it on the Toast Classic, Bridget Mendler.
Oh my God. Put it up.
And honestly, her music was good. And now I'm getting Lemonade Mouth TikToks, and I'm not
Her
upset
song
about
Blonde,
it.
like literally is so good.
And it's so good. But Bridget Mendler is a space company CEO now,
Yeah,
so
she's a space
she's
cowboy.
really she's space, yeah, but she's really like she is multifaceted. Like not her being like a Disney super pop star and now literally being a space queen.
No, like I kind of live for the stories of like Disney stars that like stars in general. I feel like childhood stars, or if you were even like even reality TV stars who just like did become something other than what like we were so geared up for them to be. You know,
like the Wizards of Waverly Place gal, I think was like a nurse.
oh yeah,
Like an
Harper,
emergent-
yeah.
I was
And
like,
she's got
slay.
a little podcast.
Yeah, now
like,
they do have a
but like yeah,
podcast.
like you went and
Yeah.
did something other than that, and like you just didn't rely on that fame to carry you through. And
Yeah.
even like, I mean, yeah, and like certain reality TV stars, I feel like they got away from reality TV, and it's like no, like I'm a business owner now, and like
yeah,
I'm.
like I did things.
And like yeah, I made a brand. I mean, they all make brands, but like this
As you
brand,
should, as
but
you
this
should.
one actually is like normal and famous, and like became something
Yeah.
or something. You know, I don't know. I think that's like cool.
Bridget Mendler fan club.
Yeah, better than the
Over
ones who
here.
didn't, you know, go anywhere, and now they're just kind of like, you know,
Blake's in his reality TV
Amanda
era.
Bynes. I know I'm thinking of like Amanda Bynes and like the ones who just like went so far south.
Oh yeah,
But like, you know, it's like, okay, Bridget Mendler. I mean, I guess she was a teenager, but I'm like trying to think of another equivalent who's like a child star actor that like didn't like go through like a troubled phase.
I mean, there's probably so many that we don't even realize. Like,
But
of
we would
all
obviously
those-
only know the ones that
all
did
the
have a hot mess.
Right. Well, or the ones that are still famous.
Right. All right.
Yeah,
Something like that. I don't know, but anyway.
Blake is. Can I just tell the community? Blake has finally jumped on the Scandival train.
Oh my God.
He's incredibly late. He's incredibly
listen,
late, but
this
he
is the
didn't want to
thing.
participate when everybody else was participating. But now he knows how good of television it is because he's like watching.
This is what I will say. This is how I've explained to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
With Bravo, I'm having a relapse into being a Bravo fan. But the thing is, I would watch that show with my mom when it first came out, season 1. Okay, I was there when it started from Beverly Hills into Vanderpump and all the whatever. So I knew who all the people were. I knew who the players were. I'd watched it for a little bit, and like I didn't know who. The only person I didn't know who it was like Raquel and like the new people.
She was new, yeah.
Right, but like I knew who Lala was and James and whatever. And so then all the stuff was coming out, and I was just getting it through the Toast. Like I was just following it through that because they were really obsessed with it, which is fine. And like I heard about all the drama, and then now recently, yeah, like I've gotten a lot more into it. And I'm watching this season of the show,
Yeah,
because it is really good, and I'm gonna go see
is good.
Ariana in New York on Broadway.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just like so good, and like
It's so good.
it's fire.
And now he's like,
But
oh
like
my
same
God,
with Glee,
yeah.
like I feel like I'm having moments of like, wow, I just need
Yeah.
to just like maybe not be in like this record thing. Like maybe I just need to embrace the things
I
that
think you
everyone
should
does because they're doing them
embrace-
for a reason. Like why am I
Embrace.
fighting that so much? I don't
Don't
know.
fight. Just let it.
Don't
let
resist.
It happen.
Like this is the one time we don't want to resist. We want to give in to temptation.
Right. Right.
But since I'm ordained, I can say
I was
that.
about to say, so how's that priest thing going for you, babe?
No, but I'm
that
allowed to
priest
say
thing
that
going?
because I'm a messenger of the God.
Okay,
so
right.
I
Oh my
can
God, this is
explain.
gonna become a whole other thing now.
No, like I'm
because-
already holier than thou. So like it's
Right.
no, like it's just the ego. The head's getting bigger. The hats aren't gonna fit
that
anymore.
and the fan encounter. Like, look out, everybody!
No, like I'm not
look
well.
Out.
I'm not.
Look
I'm,
out.
I'm rolling deep in the I love myself fan club. But
No, you should, and you should.
no, like you should. Like
You should.
if you can't cheer for yourself, who can you cheer for?
That part,
We
like
cheer for our own team's victory as much as we cheer for the other team's defeat. Cheerleading is twisted.
in season 2/2024 is the year of loving ourselves.
Purr.
Yeah. Okay. No, we're not getting too deep.
So we're not talking about reality
too
TV.
deep.
We're not talking about celebrity childhood
No.
stars. We're talking about things that we learned late in life.
Yes, and I
And
was
not like life lessons. Because
no, not like for serious, not like
like silly things.
like silly things that like damn I really should have known that, but like or like I went so long thinking one thing and it's actually the other.
Right.
It's not like super serious or super deep. Like we're not doing that. Not
No.
today. Some days we do that. Not
No,
today.
but I was trying to look up examples just to like get my gears turning.
Yeah.
And they were all like deep ass life lessons.
Like everything's
of,
supposed everything
don't
that's meant to
take-
be
yeah,
will be.
Don't
Yeah.
take life too seriously. And like I'm like, fuck, I don't want this.
You're like, that's not what I was
And then it was
asking.
stupid ass shit of I was like, you people are idiots.
Well, that's the thing. I'm
I
a
didn't
little
know
bit
that
nervous.
pickles came from cucumbers. I didn't know that dill. I thought dill was a type of a pickle. I didn't know that it was its own whole, like
Is that how these people sound to you
seasoning
in your head?
Yeah, fucking internet trolls on BuzzFeed giving me this stupid ass shit. I was like, y'all are dumb.
No,
like
so-
not one of them was like, oh, that's kind of relatable. It was literally like,
Okay.
what?
So some of mine are a little bit embarrassing, but it's only because of this. And let me just say, like, I was writing some of them down and I was like, okay, like this is a little bit embarrassing, but it's one of those things that you just like either hear or learn about when you're kind of young and then you just like don't question it. Like you just sort of
Right.
like go about your life thinking like, oh, or like you don't
That is
think
that.
yeah, like you don't think to think more into it. Anyways, some of mine will have caveats obviously, but like for the most part, yes, I was like, okay. Oh,
I wrote 'em
you
down.
wrote it on a note card? Mine's in a notes app.
Well, because my phone's recording.
Oh, right. Right, duh.
And I was going to put
Wrote it
them on
down.
my computer, but I was like, no, I'll just write them down because they're quick. But
No, that's smart. And you have really good handwriting, so.
thank you.
Yeah,
like some of them were stupid. And then I was asking our friends and stuff last night. And yeah, I was just like, the BuzzFeed we'll have to go through it afterwards. But I was literally just like, oh my, like I feel like that is I've always thought that. But recently, I feel like in the last 3 weeks, I've had so many experiences where I'm like, how do you people like live? Like, how do you have a living? How do you have a brain? How do you have a job? Like, there's just the world is surrounded by idiots. And it is like honestly mind blowing. The more I come encounter with them, it's just the more like, I need a confessional just for everyone that I interact with.
GAG, get a grip.
Literally, they need to gag. And the gaggies. I don't gag though.
Doing the laugh that's like nothing's actually oh my god, that was so devious that laugh.
I know.
Okay.
No, like I think voice acting is gonna come to me soon.
Oh, I see that.
No, like I think I could like be really good.
I think you could be really
like
good at it.
they said I was good at the most popular girls in school, and you all know I can do my accents.
Well, you know what? That's not for today.
It's enough about me. It's enough about me. Take us away.
Oh, I'm going first. Okay.
Or if you had anything else that you wanted to say or share.
Oh, I don't really have anything else to share.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was, I thought you were literally all about being real. That was really fake. Don't.
That was the acting part of the voice
Oh,
acting.
right. Okay. I'm going to start. Things I learned too late in life. And maybe I don't know if that's like the right title, but like things I maybe should have realized sooner. Things I didn't realize.
I
don't
agree.
know.
I don't know what we call these things,
but we like this came to us like in a brainstorm and we
Right.
liked the topic, and maybe we'll do more installations of this because I'm sure more
things you
things
brain
will come
farted
to
on or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, this one actually, when I tell you, this rocked my world. This rocked my world. You're not supposed to wash chicken before you cook it.
Oh, that was on the BuzzFeed list.
And
that one I was literally like, who the fuck does that?
Me.
Oh, Jesus.
Me.
You run it under some cold water?
Yes. Because I was told from a young age, salmonella, don't get salmonella. So I'm like, right, you have to, and do you know
wash
what
your
I would
eggs
do?
too before you cook them?
Okay, so now I realize how ridiculous it sounds, but meat is different.
That's funny.
No, but like I did that, and do you know who told me? It was a combination of my mom and Kevin's girlfriend Sarah.
Not Mary washing her chicken.
No, she doesn't.
Oh.
They were like, don't do that.
Oh, okay. I was like,
because I was like
Mary
rinsing.
was what, her chicken?
No, I was washing my chicken, and then Penny, and apparently it not only like does the opposite of what you think it does. It like maybe like breeds then salmonella, like because it's more moist. And I would literally like wash my chicken.
That's
in my
where your
sink,
stomach problems came from.
No, maybe. I don't know. I haven't
Maybe?
been doing it. I mean, I really haven't been cooking chicken all that much. But then I thought about it too, and I was like, oh my God, like if I buy like pre-marinated chicken, I don't wash it because then you would
wash away all the marinade.
But I would, like if I would buy chicken breast, I would wash them and like really pat it dry. And it's really embarrassing. And you guys, I've been doing that for like the past
2-3 years.
Oh, no, like my entire life, I've been doing that anytime I cooked chicken until not even 6 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm the idiots that you're talking about that are going through life. How are they doing it? I don't know, but it's me. And I haven't gotten salmonella yet.
It's okay.
But here's the thing, like I did it in good faith. I did it to try and be
thought that you were being sanitary.
Yes, and I was like, whatever. But then I'm like, then I'm getting chicken juices all over my shit. So I would scrub my sink every.
Right, because bacteria. Okay. Yep, I follow. Well.
So you don't need to like wash your chicken. Just take it out of the package and pat it dry.
Yeah, don't do that.
Anyways, embarrassing for me. But now we're smarter and wiser.
Yeah. Okay, my first one is the bodega. Like, I put on my jewelry just to go to the bodega.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I didn't know what a bodega was. Like, I thought a bodega. Even when we went to New York, like people go to the bodega, but I was like,
not go to a bodega when we were in New York? I think
no,
we
we
did,
did, but like the whole time I thought a bodega was something that was like at a beach or at a pool, like the tent that doesn't have like has like cloth over it, but you kind of could lay in it, like a gazebo almost, but like different.
Like a tent?
No, like it's like at pools and they have like the furniture in them.
That's a cabana, babe.
A cabana.
That's a cabana.
And like the Copacabana, I thought cabana was like a place, like. Like it's like a city or it's like I'm at the cabana, like, or no, I thought like a cabana was maybe like a shack on a beach or something. All I knew is that like I didn't know what a bodega was, and I was like, why does Cardi B put her jewelry on to go to the bodega? Like it's at the pool, like because she want to lay by the pool in her icy drip. Like I didn't.
No, people do actually put jewelry on to go to the pool,
right? And so I didn't get it.
And to the bodega, but those are two different places,
right? And then in New York, it was all this bodega talk, and I was like, motherfucker, there ain't no pool around here. What do you mean? Like, oh, I just gotta go to the bodega. I'm like. What?
I'm feeling way better about my chicken.
No, like that
I'm
one.
feeling better about my
I
chicken.
was like so confused. I had never heard of it, and then I'm like
okay.
bodega style eggs.
Yeah, because they're like a specific style of the way they cook them, like on a flat.
And I was
griddle.
like, what did they come from? Chickens that are at the bodega? Like, what does this mean? Yeah, so that one.
But at least they were probably washed first.
True, they washed them, hand dried, free range.
I'm sure there's people that actually like wash chicken, like eggs before they cook them, though. I'm sure there's people out there that do that.
Maybe if there's like
crust. Well, I mean, like a farm fresh egg, like maybe from the farmer's
like,
market,
just, like, get
might
stuff
have some
on it.
crust or
hay or a little dirt
on
or whatever.
it.
Yeah, but like you're gonna crack it.
Right.
It's like same people with like a banana. Like it
not,
doesn't matter
wash.
what's on the outside.
Could you imagine if you wash
or oranges? Like if they have like a
okay.
like
you're making all good
imperfectness
points.
on them, they like won't pick it. But I'm like, that's just like the peel. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, bodega.
Okay, so and now when you go back to New York, you go to a bodega and you know exactly where you are.
Yeah, no, I figured it out when we were there. Like,
okay,
yeah.
good. Okay, good. I'm happy
it just
for you.
I literally listening to the Cardi B song. I was like,
what? Yeah.
Like I just like didn't get it.
You know what though? I think that's actually fair because you didn't grow up around a bodega.
No,
like,
and we were not a beach vacation family.
Okay,
Like
so it's
we
like,
didn't
why
do
would
the
you not?
tropical
Yeah.
things. So it's like, wow,
Bodega,
why would I know a
cabana. Okay.
gazebo, cabana, but like it's all the same.
Okay.
And they all kind of sound the same. So,
They all do kind of sound the same.
you know,
Well, they're incredibly different, but yes.
like they could be synonyms if we just like reshifted our thing. Like
okay,
I just
so
think we're being really close-minded as a society, and that's something that we all need
Okay.
to work on.
Okay. I'm going to go to the next one. That's a good one, though. That's funny. Okay. My next one is that, well, this was, okay. So this is like a two-parter. So I was a avid in my youth and like still kind of now, but maybe not as much. I was an avid watcher of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh, okay.
And I remember, which I guess I didn't learn about it like too late in life. Like I was in my like teens or whatever. But I realized that like, and I'm not going to say all people, but I would say the overwhelming majority of people at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, celebrities that perform, are lip syncing. And then it
Oh,
sort of opened up
okay.
my mind to the fact that a lot of people lip sync
Oh, okay.
in general. And then,
I thought you were gonna say something like you didn't know that it was like live or like. You
oh
thought it
no,
was
I knew it was
something
live.
with the recording or something. I was
Yes,
like,
well,
wait,
I
where's she
just
going
thought
with
like
this?
everybody that's
Always
a
sang
famous
live.
singer, like you always sing live, but then, and this is the ringer. This is the really embarrassing part, which maybe I was like, I didn't want to think it was true, but High School Musical, and I'm sure this is the case for like a lot of, which then I'll foray into my like kind of second part of this.
Zac Efron having
Zac
someone else.
Efron did
Yeah.
not sing.
That's kind of wild.
The first
one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Like, it was Drew Seeley, okay? And then...
So shady to just like, he was an actor too. Like,
no,
just let
I
him-
know. And
just
so
let
then
him
I'm
be
like...
Troy
And then,
Bolton.
no, literally, Blake, on like the High School Musical on tour, it was Drew Seeley. Because Zac Efron couldn't do it. So they had Drew Seeley do it. Because it was his voice. I know. Okay, so then you guys, get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Honestly, justice for him because the Cinderella story with him and Selena Gomez is like the best one.
Okay, so
IMO.
on par. So on par. It is very good. But then I realized like, okay, that's like not necessarily uncommon because, and this is what really rocked my world. So it was like, okay, I have this realization that like people lip sync, and then I have this realization that like the people that they cast are not necessarily always the people that are doing the singing, which has me shook because I'm like, why would you not just cast someone who can do the singing? I don't know. I'm not a caster, a talent agent, scout, whatever. The Greatest Showman, that power ballad where she's like, never enough, that one, not the woman singing it.
Really?
Yeah, because why? The real woman who sang it for the
Soundtrack.
for
the audio
soundtrack,
of it.
she then went on America's Got Talent and was like, I felt like it was my time, like I just wanted people to know, like, I actually, like, sang the song, and she's like, I just wanted to, like, put the face to the name and, like, come here and, like, audition.
But she was never supposed to be the actress for it.
No.
Like, okay.
But she was at first the reference vocals.
Right.
But then she was so good at it, which, like, right, that they were like, well, we'll just have you do it. But they didn't make her the actress. Like, the actress, I think, was already cast.
Right. Right.
So it opened up this whole world to me that I had no idea, but like, guys, that's not uncommon. And it just was literally like, I was like, oh my God, I just thought everybody who's famous and like I just thought everybody's a good singer.
Yeah. Well, did you, like from the toast, they've been talking about J-Lo and how like she doesn't actually sing in like Christina Milian and I
really?
think Tinashe or some other person like came out and was like, yeah, like I've sang for it to be, and it's like Jennifer Lopez or their vocals are on her soundtrack, but like they're not like the featured
credited,
person.
yeah.
But it's like their voice. Yeah. Well,
No,
I think
that
used to
had
happen
me
to
shook.
Meghan Trainor before she became famous or something. Like
Really? No, I believe it though.
There's-
Here's the thing, like
yeah.
now that I know all of this, I
Right.
believe it.
And it's like a thing, yeah, where or like it's something like that, yeah, where they're basically like they're doing all of the, not like the actual, you know, like you would know their voice difference, but like a vast majority of the
their
background or whatever. But yeah,
vocalizations,
like they don't get caught for it. Or if it's like the oohs and the ahs and like kind of like Lana Del Rey, Taylor Swift collab, you know, vibe where it's like her voice is there, but it's like really not there. Like it's kind of like stuff like that, but like, you know, more a lot more like noticeable. I don't
No.
know.
Yeah.
You're like in the, when
There's
you
like
hear
a
the
lot
background
of-
of songs, like the
Yes.
background vocals are like
There's a lot
high
of celebrities
pitches
that do that.
maybe, and like the ranges and the riffs and the runs, like it's somebody else sometimes.
No, okay, so Chapel Roan, by the way, everybody who I'm fucking obsessed with you,
Mm-hmm.
Chapel Roan, I love you so much. And Blake likes her songs too. She is the background in some Olivia Rodrigo songs.
Stuff like that. It's like that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
No, it is kind of
Anyways,
wild.
so everybody just like go look that up, but look up specifically the woman who sings the power ballad, the actual woman who sings the power ballad in Greatest Showman, because obviously it's fantastic and that song gives me full body chills every
It is
time
a
I
good
hear
song.
it. But to see the actual woman who sings it has me shook. Anyways,
Yeah, that's
that was mine.
crazy.
It took me like, it was like little sprinklings and inklings throughout my life, like that I realized, and then I've
You're
like
putting
sort
the
of
pieces
come,
together.
yes, and I was like, whoa. Like everything is not what it seems like. You know what I mean?
So true.
Like she was onto something there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's mine.
Okay. My next one is Linda Evangelista. That's a real person. You don't even know what that is, do you?
I've heard that name before.
No, same. So like people, I feel like it was a big drag thing where it was like, oh, like you're just like a Linda Evangelista, like you just like, and it was kind of like a dig of someone like they're being a diva and they think they're all that.
You
or,
thought it was like a negative Nancy or
Yes,
like
yes.
a nervous Nelly or
Yeah,
something
I thought it was
that.
something like that because
Okay.
it rhymes and it kind of goes and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like, my second one that also goes with this is a prima donna. And I thought it was prima donna, like PRE, not prima donna. Like,
yeah.
And I don't even get what that means. Like, what does that mean?
It's like
Is it Latin?
I think it's like a different language because I also was under the impression that it was like about Madonna, like come
Same.
on Vogue Madonna,
Right, like they're just
but
being
no,
extra.
it's like Madonna. That word I think is maybe Italian or something. Like
Right.
it means like
Right.
something. So the prima donna is like kind of like
Yes.
a play on that with the original Italian.
Yeah. Can you actually just verify that Linda Evangelista is a person? Because now I'm kind of like, wait,
Mm-hmm. Oh my
is she?
God.
No, I'm pretty sure she's
Are
a
you
model.
playing yourself at this at your own game?
Girl,
okay, I'm
I'd
looking
be-
at,
well, because-
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm pretty sure it's because so they would say it on Drag Race or just like they would make like be like, oh, you're like a little Linda Evangelista, like whatever, full of yourself.
Oh yeah.
And then, but she was on the cover of that Vogue, British Vogue cover.
Yeah, 'cause she's a fashion model.
Yes. Okay. Because
Yeah.
then because the toast listed her off, and I was like, wait, she's real? Like
Real
yes.
woman.
Okay, real woman.
Real
right?
woman,
Okay, because then
everyone.
I remember looking at her
Gorgeous
Google.
woman too. Gorgeous.
So yeah, I did not know that Linda Evangelista was a real thing. Like I thought that was just like we just kind of called someone
Okay.
that in a semi-derogatory way. Like I don't know. And same with prima donna. I didn't know that one either.
I'm looking it up. It does in fact mean the chief female singer in an opera or opera company.
Oh. Wait,
So,
what does prima or?
prima donna? That's like the
Oh, like that's where it started.
that's
So
what
it's like she's
that's-
the prima donna, but then probably those
Yes.
women were a little
Yes.
full of themselves or being, extra or
because
something.
then it forwayed into a vain or undisciplined
Right, it
person
got
who is
negative.
difficult to work with.
Okay.
Yes, but it originated in that way, like it was an actual thing that then got taken
Yes,
into a different.
yes. And to
sort
a
of
different meaning.
context.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, those are good ones.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, it didn't. Okay.
Yeah, because I thought it was like a pre-Madonna. Yeah, like oh, you're like Madonna.
like you're gonna get to your
Yeah,
exactly.
but no.
No,
Okay.
because I was like, do we not have like a pre-Gwen, like a pre, like everyone gets a little
Like,
pre.
where's the
Pre-Whitney, yeah,
Pre-Whitney,
pre-Beyonce, yeah, pre-Britney, like it's like damn, okay, just fuck
Like,
Madonna,
what-
I guess.
What happened to all the other celebs? Like, what happened to all the other stars? Oh
that's
my God,
funny.
that's funny. Okay, my next one. Stay with me, everyone. Okay, so there is no permanent record. Okay, like when you were a kid and you were like, oh my God, this is going to get put on my permanent record. Like there is no permanent record, but with the cop, okay. So this is like,
I'm like, wait, yeah, there
no,
is.
stay with it. So there is, like, if you like get arrested and go
Yeah.
to jail, that's your permanent record. That's your criminal record. Okay. I thought.
Oh, but they don't mean like the same thing. Like you can't use them interchangeably, or can you?
No, as a kid, I was always told, or like
No,
I
like same.
thought
I know what you're saying.
like
We all know the permanent
any
record
bad thing that
Right.
you do, whatever, goes on your permanent record.
Even like stuff in school, like if you get detention or like you get
Yes.
expelled or something.
And while that's technically true, there is no master document.
Oh, did you think that there was like a keeper
I
of the
thought
records?
there was a
and...
file
Oh wow, okay.
on every person.
You got like a stamp or a sticker
Well,
for
it
what
like
the
was
offense
associated
was?
with your social security number or something.
Oh.
And so when
Okay.
I spun this shit. So like, yes, is there technically like permanent like
Which, I
your
mean, makes-
report cards?
High school, it makes so
Anything-
much sense. I feel like for you pre
no.
3 years ago.
No, like exactly, precisely.
Like, let me go to the Hall of Records and see what mine says.
I thought that there's a fucking place, and not me living in the District of Columbia where this place would theoretically be.
Right.
And it's not. It doesn't exist. Like, are
Dang.
there like you have a credit score, sure, but there's not a master record of like
Can't
every
go write
fucking
your-
thing you've
yeah,
done in
no.
your life. Only if you keep it. Like only if
That would be cool if there was one though.
So here's the thing.
I would be interested in that.
It would be cool, but then I'm like, oh my god, it really kind of took me up until like, so embarrassing, like applying for my first job, where they were like, okay, we have to do like a background check and like all that type of stuff, and I was like, oh my god, here the fuck comes my permanent record.
yeah. Or you can sometimes list something like if you know it's gonna come up. You
Yes,
know?
exactly. But I'm like, oh no, like it's just like they just look to see if you have any
Right.
criminal history, and like I think they verify your your employment history and stuff like that. Like especially like when I was switching jobs, like that kind of thing.
Well, you know what I wonder now? Like, for example, like we don't have any felonies. Like when people do a background check, like what does come up for us? Like where we went to school, like maybe the college that you
I
graduated
think-
from, maybe your like home address.
I think they just verify
maybe like
all
your
the
social
information that you've
security,
written
yeah.
down,
Maybe
and, like,
any addresses that your name has
I
been
think
under.
yes, like like where
Would
yeah,
like your relatives show up? I don't know.
I think probably.
Like that's what I'm curious
I'm
about.
sure they like look up your birth certificate or something like
Oh,
that, and
okay,
your
that's a good
parents are
one.
listed.
But like,
on
yeah, they're
that,
like
I'm
pulling
pretty-
information from my LinkedIn, like.
Yeah,
But
well,
like,
I like
what
when you
comes
fill out
up?
an application, like because I'll
And, like,
just say there was
applications decide
there
to,
was
like,
a
if-
flag on my background
Oh.
check. I know, drama.
Because you went abroad.
No,
Oh.
it was because when I was listing my employment history, it's sort of like complicated because not complicated, but like I interned, but when I interned my first time as
With
an
the State
intern, I was
Department? Or no?
unpaid. No, so that one is like that one's like a little bit more like quote unquote like verifiable because like I got sort of like a full-fledged like fucking thing for it,
Okay.
and because it was with the State Department, like there was like a whole like check that they had to do anyways. But my internship that forayed into my previous employer, like the first time I did it, like it was like I was unpaid, and it was like kind of like like it was formal and it was like real, but like there wasn't as much like of a paper trail, I guess
Right,
you could
because you
say.
weren't like hired in on the
Yes,
payroll.
so I
and,
wasn't
like,
on the
they didn't
payroll.
need your
That was the
information.
issue. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So then when I did it the second one, I was on the payroll, but it was like in a like a not like a bi-weekly payment, whatever. So there was like discrepancy between like when I was like a full-time paid employee versus like when I listed, because like I was technically paid. So they just had to go back and re-verify that,
Oh,
which was
okay.
whatever. But so this all to say that like there is permanent things that like have existed, but there is no master document,
Okay.
and they don't give a fuck that you were on the red card in elementary school. They don't care.
They have no
And
clue.
and you know what? I went most of my life thinking like, my God, what the fuck are they gonna write
Crazy.
on my master doc? There is none. I just haven't committed any crimes, and I think I have a decent credit score, so I'm good.
There you go. Amen.
Right. And one can only hope. I think
Right.
I have a decent credit score. But then I heard if you check, is that a real thing? Should I
Well,
know that?
like
Is
your
it checking?
bank can offer like free checks, so it's not supposed to
Doesn't-
it gives you like a very big guesstimate, you know?
Oh,
So it's like
okay.
my Chase app will tell me one, my investment app will tell me one, and like my Discover app will tell me one, and I kind of been like, okay, I'm like probably within 5 points
Points
of
of
all of
this.
these.
Okay.
Because they're all within a couple of points of each other anyway.
Ah, got it. Okay.
You know, but yeah, if
Understood.
you would if you would like go, because there's only 3 institutions I think that do officially like give you
Credit
them.
scores, yeah.
Maybe there's only 2. If you go to them,
Then
and
they
you
like
ask-
ding you.
Yes, and a ding would be like, you know, when you apply for a mortgage on your house, like they're gonna go to that institution. They're not gonna go to Chase and be like, "What's Bridget's?" You know,
Credit
they're
score.
gonna go to the people who give you the and
Like
they're
the federal.
and then it's gonna be like,
something.
"Oh, well, someone inquired on you," but it's not like a ton.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid that they do that, but I
Yeah,
think
why
the
do
idea,
they do that?
well, I think the idea is that like you're not asking for too much credit from other sources
Oh, so if you
beyond
keep
a credit card,
checking,
because then it's
then
like
they're
you're
like, well,
getting
why
a,
do you keep
and then well,
checking?
it's like why who do you have money to make all these payments? Because now you have
They're
a
nervous that you're
mortgage.
trying to figure it out.
Right, or like
Yeah.
that you're taking stuff out that you won't be able to pay for, you know? So it's like
Ah,
now you have
okay.
a mortgage and now you have a boat payment, and then you have a car payment, and now you have like student debt still, and it's like how you don't make enough money in a month, you know, to like
To, like,
theoretically be
make-
able to pay them.
Okay.
All of those things.
Understood.
Yeah.
The more you know. This is so educational.
I
Honest to
know.
God. Love this for us. Look at us. Just
Love little personal finance
teaching
things.
the people.
Okay, so my next one, this is
Mhm.
something you taught me.
Oh my God. Okay.
The anatomy of a woman's flower.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know what was flourishing down there. I didn't know it was blooming. Because I am safe to say I've never had experience
Uh-huh.
with that region. And I just didn't know.
He
was
had
like,
no
I
idea.
had no clue. I didn't know what was going on down there. I genuinely
Yeah.
thought it was like a cute little triangle, like how the way draw it, and like it
No.
was so just like lovey and amazing, and like
Yeah.
only good things happen down there. But and I learned about other things that go on down there. I just
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about no women's health. Let me tell you that just
No,
straight
but
up.
Here's the thing: you're learning, and you're.
But I'm learning.
I feel like
Hey,
I
but
feel like you
Anna
made great
came to my
progress.
rescue. She's like, I don't even get it sometimes.
Well, no,
And
it's
she has one.
yes,
so it's
no,
it's chill. It's
listen.
chill.
No, there's some things that like remain a mystery. The world may never know.
Some mysteries are meant to be unsolved.
Be unsolved. Yes, no, completely. But you know what? I just would like to say it's
3
been
is the magic number. Didn't know that.
yeah, and I didn't know.
I'm like, what? Well, what does each one do?
Yeah, he didn't know that. Yeah, no,
and like, are
yeah.
they like connected?
He didn't
like,
know how far apart things were.
Right, and like
or
what
like
do they like? Yeah, and then oh my god, then there's a graph or not a graph. There's diagrams where you can select which flower looks like your flower.
well, because they're not all the same.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he thought kind of everything was looking this. Well, that's
And then I had to guess everyone else's flower.
yeah. Well, you were
and
like, we were just trying to educate like well-rounded education.
some flowers
of, like,
are a little weirder than other flowers.
well, no, they're all beautiful and stunning and gorgeous. They
That's
just
what
like
they can say.
some look different. Like, you know, outies, innies, like, you know, there's a lot of
Yes.
diversification of
a lot of floral
the female
diversity.
of the female like there's a lot of different species of flowers, like same with the female anatomy.
So true.
So yes, we had, I think we've had some very educational conversations about it, and it's been an
Most
honor to
recently on
educate
Valentine's
you.
Day.
Yes, we did have we did
We're not even gonna go
no,
there,
we're
but
really not gonna go there, but we
just know that I was enlightened on some
he
things.
was enlightened on the
Sexual health of a woman.
yes, you were. And I think
Urinary health.
yes, like he didn't know like a UTI versus you know. So we educated. And it was great, and I think it was super helpful. And let me tell you something. Some of the most fascinating conversations I've ever had in my entire life is telling Blake about the female anatomy, because he has a lot of questions, which we love. We love an engaged learner, and he has a lot of metaphors he likes to make.
I love it.
And
Even the woman's
they're-
flower.
Yeah, well, that's a beautiful one. It's a stunning one, and
I even drew a little flower.
Oh, that's nice. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. No, he's
That's
like,
what it looks like.
He's right.
Just a little daisy.
Right.
A little tulip.
We still have progress to make,
A
team.
little rose.
We have progress to make, but I'm so glad that myself and our female friends could help educate you.
No,
on
it's
this
like such
journey.
a safe space when it comes to that.
No, it is like, and I'm glad that you feel good to ask questions.
Education is power.
However wild the questions are, I'm
Education
glad that
is
you
power.
asked. It
Like
is.
that's what I'm telling you.
It is. Yeah, no, Blake's really learning. He's learning a lot of things.
I don't know. I don't want to see one though. That's okay.
No, and no.
I don't want to do that.
No, but I feel like we've done a good enough job describing it where you
right,
get the point.
right. Leave it up to my imagination.
Yeah.
Don't meet your heroes.
Oh my god. That is so funny. That had no business being that funny. Don't meet your heroes. Please take another sip of his blueberry vodka.
Literally fire.
No, you guys,
You have to try blueberry vodka, soda
really good.
water, simple syrup, lemon and lime, or if you have Sprite, do that. But
really good.
I think the handmade goes a little bit further.
He handmade simple syrup for us just now.
The Sprite isn't as like aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
that was a good one. That
I
was
have
good.
2 more.
Okay,
One of them is like, I have 2 more.
Okay, let me look. Oh my god, I have like 4 more, but 2 of them can combine.
Okay, go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do rapid fire.
No, honestly, this is actually a beautiful transition into, because we were just talking about anatomy. Okay. Okay, so I took like science class. Okay, like I know that I like knew these things, but it's different when you know things and different like in execution, right? Like kind of, you know. So I grew up, I guess like, yeah, we got my first dog, my first like family dog when I was in like 7th or 8th grade. Okay. She was a female dog. So it was like just Sleigh Piper, like living her life, doing whatever. Da, da, da. Well, then Queen Piper, rest in peace, she passed away. My parents got a new dog and I had moved out of the house. So as much as I love Johnny, and like, he's not my dog, but he is like our family dog, but he's my parents' dog. Johnny's a boy. And so I guess I just, cause I never had to think about it. I didn't.
Talking about like spade versus neuter.
Yeah. Or just like, I didn't realize that like dogs, like boy dogs, like have like the same kind of parts that like a so like when they pee, it's looking a little different, whatever. It was jarring. It was shocking.
They're
to
scary
me.
looking.
And you know what? And Johnny, I love you, my king, my sun, my moon, and all my stars. I love you. But I was just like, wow.
No, it's scary.
The first time I saw that all go down, okay, because I've
only
had a girl
female
dog.
dogs, but when I met
so
my
you
first
don't-
man, I was
yeah, you're just like whoa. And so, and the story goes, the legend goes, is the first time I met Johnny, I was home for my younger brother's high school graduation, and I met Johnny, and I, you know, whatever, and then, you know, I took notice. And I was like, whoa. And I had a few beverages and I couldn't get over it. And
Yeah.
so I kept talking about it,
it's
just like I'm
jarring.
talking about it now. But that is something I literally, and then everybody was like, Bridget, like you took like science class, like da-da-da. I'm like, yes, I know. But like, it's different when you know
Girl,
these things.
You want to talk about
And then-
other animals, like an elephant?
No,
Or a
right.
horse?
So then after that, I was like, oh my God, this is like all mammals.
No,
all
like
mammals.
it's freaky.
Yeah. So anyways, I learned that. And then staying on, but this goes with the anatomy theme. And then staying on with animals, I did not know until way too late that ponies and horses are different.
Okay, that was coming up on BuzzFeed too.
Ponies and horses are different.
Yeah.
I thought that a pony was just a young horse. Not true.
Yeah.
So, and if
foal.
you didn't know that,
Now you
more
know.
you know. Ponies are just
Small horses.
small horses, but they are not a horse. Like a pony does not become a horse. A horse just stays a horse and gets bigger, and a pony stays a pony and stays kind of small.
Yeah.
That's that on that.
I know that was, and I feel like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. About what?
The pony versus horses.
Oh, the
thing?
pony versus horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess maybe, I don't know. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. But I didn't know that it was such like it came up a lot on the like stuff that I was
Well,
looking
you
up.
just
I didn't
like
know
kind
that
of
was
make an
such
assumption. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know that people like thought about it that much, you know?
Well, I don't really think about it that much, but it took me like I don't think I realized that
I mean,
fully
like other
until
people, like
oh
clearly
yeah,
it was on multiple of these lists.
Lists,
is what I'm
okay,
saying. Like,
yeah.
oh, like, okay, we're talking about this apparently. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a, you know.
Well, you're just such a horse girl that you would never like conflate the two.
Right.
You would never.
And I
do
used
that.
to, me and Grace were talking about horseback riding because she used to ride horse, like, you know, do horse stuff. She like jumping and stuff. And I used to ride a pony. Like the horse that I did lessons with, she was a pony.
Wow.
Tonka.
Cute.
I know. Then I was like, oh my god, she's like short and thick, and like that's like me. Like we relate.
She's caked up on a Tuesday
Oh,
too.
yeah, she had some thick thighs, let me
Yeah,
tell you.
good for her. Good for her.
She was a queen. Okay, my next one is, this will be quick, but it was what a serial killer was.
Oh, okay.
Because, okay, well, first I thought 2 things. Like, my grandma used to watch Days of Our Lives, which is like a big soap opera back in the day. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a serial killer on there, and that was like the first time I came in contact with like someone who like routinely murdered people. And I like didn't get it. At first I was thinking like literally like serial killer, like stabbing the Cheerios, like
Right.
destroy the Frosted
That's
Flakes.
like the Halloween costume that people do.
Right,
They
like
do the cereal.
slay,
Yeah.
you know, the Fruity Pebbles. And so I was like, okay,
Stop.
like, I'm like, what is she going around just like killing all these Frosted Flakes? Like, what did they do to her? Like, I
Uh-huh.
don't get it. And like, we're talking like really young. Okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
You're
I'm like
a little
toddler.
girl. You're baby.
And
yeah.
then as you know, the years go on, she keeps watching this show every time I'm with her, and so I'm like, okay, serial killer. Like, but maybe it's spelt the same, so I'm thinking like Ceral. Like, but she still kills people. Like,
Is that
I
how you
like.
spell cereal? C-E-R. I think it's C-E-R-E-A-L. Cereal.
That's what I said.
No, you said
Shut up.
cereal.
I never said I was
But
good at
now
spelling.
I'm second guessing myself.
Okay, so you're
Anyways,
saying funny because I like have dyslexia? Like, that's not cool.
I had.
I don't have dyslexia, but
I
I'm
had
just saying.
pause because I was like, oh, I thought maybe I've been spelling it wrong, but I think it's
No,
you.
that's definitely wrong.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, anyway, I just like couldn't wrap my head around what that meant, and
Okay.
now I know that like cereal, like with like like
S.
yeah, Seril, like that's like just like something that like routine or like goes on because like a serial number.
Cereal. I think it's
It's
because
the same cereal, but like does it mean that there's just
Cereal.
like multiple?
I think it's because it's in a pattern. It's a pattern.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Like there's a series, there's a sequence. That's
Cereal, like
cereal.
yes, series. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look it up at this time, but I
But
think that's
yeah,
why it's
just
a pattern.
the whole concept was really I couldn't grasp it.
Okay, no, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Because it's like yes, there's a lot of words like that where it's like spelled two different ways means two different things.
But pronounced the
Sounds
same.
the same.
Yeah.
And if you're not seeing it written down right in front of you, how would you know?
Yeah.
No, fair.
I'm like, oh my
That's
god,
fair.
she's a serial killer.
Yeah. Okay, my next one, and this is like I learned too late. Like okay, so my parents met in college, and then like dated in college, at like the tail end of college, and then got married. Whatever, they met in college. So I spent most of my young life thinking that everybody meets their spouse in college.
Oh, like that was just like what happened.
I just was like, oh, you go to college, you find your
like that's what it's not
You're
education. No.
Well, no, I knew that it was like education, but I thought that I just thought that like all my friends' parents, like I just assumed like because my parents had met in college and then got married, like all my friends' parents
Right.
met in college and got married. And so I'm like, oh, you
That's
just
what you
like
have to do.
you go to high school and it's like I knew that there were some people who like met in high school and dated in high school and then like maybe they got married, but I thought the overwhelming majority of people met in college and got married. Like that's just like that was like the normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took me, which I guess like I didn't learn it too late, and like I figured it out like once I was in end of middle school, beginning of high school. I was
Yeah.
like, oh wait, no, like whatever.
not that.
But I spent like most of my young life thinking like, oh, like you go to college and then like that's where you find
Boop, bop.
your person, like that's like
Yeah.
whatever, and then like obviously it's not true, like
No.
because here I am post college, but yeah, but I just thought for like the longest time that's
do.
just like what you do.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Cute.
Do you have one more?
I have two more, but I'm gonna
Okay.
put them in together because they're both verses. Like,
Oh, okay, perfect. And then I
Okay.
have one more after that.
okay, so an
Gorgeous.
anagram versus an acronym.
Oh,
Like, I would always be calling anagrams acronyms.
that's so fair though.
Yeah, like who fucking cares? Shut up. You know what I mean? Especially recently because that's coming more of a thing. GAG, like like Jake Shane's whole thing, and so
Yeah.
I keep saying anagram, but I don't even remember what an anagram is at the moment. I know I've looked it up multiple times, but an acronym is something that's short for something.
I think an anagram, isn't that when it's spelled the same front ways and back ways?
No,
Like
I think
race
that's
car?
a homophone. Wait, what? I don't know.
Oh no! Everybody, forgive us. Wait,
Now I need
are
to
we just
know.
making ourselves look really
No,
dumb?
that's something else that's really close. I think anagram has something to do with like description or like action or something.
Isn't it?
Like it's not like boom pow, but that's
Oh, it's
like,
a word. Oh no! It's a word or phrase that you use to remember, like.
oh, like the ham bone dance or whatever.
Oh no.
Like PEMDAS, yeah, like parentheses.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah.
No, it's something that you can rearrange. It's a word that you can rearrange.
Oh, to make other words.
To make other words. So, listen and silent.
Right.
Heart and earth.
Like there's games. There's literally a bunch of mobile games about it.
Anagrams, bananagrams.
No, that's like bananagrams is like Scrabble, right? But like there's no board.
Oh yeah.
Like you just get letters and make words.
Right.
But that I didn't know what that all meant.
Okay.
And then the next one is HBIC versus HBCU. Because I thought that it was like HBIC, like I thought it was historical Black institution colleges. And I was like, why do all these white people have HBIC stickers? Like, you can't say that. Like, that's so fucked up. And then I knew that HBCU was the thing. And I just thought that they were like, those were the same thing. They were just like, we're different, you know? Like, it's the HBIC, it's the HIBC. It's HIBC. Oh, no, HBIC. Or it's HBCU. And it all means the same place. Like, they're the same schools. Like, that's just like... It just kind of is like a people in the South say one thing, people in the North say another. You know, like it's just like wherever you live, you just use a different set of them. No, and I was like literally so offended when I would see HBIC things, and I was like, why does she have that on her car? Like, you can't do that.
When did you come to this realization?
At late.
What? Like since we've met?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I think I had realized it and I like forgot.
Okay. And then you saw it again.
A couple
and you
weeks
were like,
ago,
wait.
I was watching Tiffany New York Pollard highlights.
Classic.
And
everybody watch that, listen to that episode.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm the HBIC in this bitch. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, she went to school. And I was like, that's. And then she said head bitch in charge later. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know.
And I feel like people have said that to me. And I'm always kind of like. Like, I just
okay, you just let it glaze.
Because I'm like, why did she just say
so
that?
interesting. Yeah, like, she's the HBIC.
Right, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
yeah.
I went to Wisconsin. I don't understand what you're asking me.
HBIC is head bitch in charge. HBCU is historically Black colleges and universities.
Yeah.
Different.
But listen.
No, okay.
Historical Black institutions and colleges.
I can see how you got there.
You know, it's like everything, or even like I've had.
But like, God, HBIC like had a whole moment, and you just went that whole time.
No, I
like,
know.
Thinking, okay.
And it's like I think it's like a Flo Milli song, and I was just like,
yeah. I mean, it's everywhere.
Like, whoa.
Like that was like the girl boss movement. Like, and the girl boss movement was that. Like, okay.
I know.
No, but now you know.
Yeah,
now
it's fine.
You know. Okay, that's a good one. That's okay.
Yeah. And I think maybe when the Flo Milli song came out, I think that was another thing of like, oh, but I always forget, and I just like,
and then
it goes over my head, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I'm like, why are you people saying it again? Like, you can't say that.
Okay. But now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know. Okay. That one is.
I have one more too, but it's
you do?
stupid. Okay, the
say it.
Hospital system, Inova.
Yes.
It's in Nova. It's like only in Northern Virginia. That's why it's called Inova.
Oh.
I just learned that this weekend. I was like, oh.
No, I didn't know that.
No, but genius.
Like good. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like genius, like that makes
I thought it was
sense.
like innovative. Short for innovative.
Same.
Or like innovation.
Yep. I did not get.
But also Innova in Northern Virginia.
Literally. Double entendre.
I was about to. Both can be true. Both can be true.
But
at the
I know
same
what
time.
that means.
Okay. Double entendre. That's a
what song
rap.
is that?
It's a rap song.
I think it's Nicki Minaj.
Double
Right?
entendre. Double entendre. You hating. Oh my God, it's gonna bother me if you guys know it.
Yeah, we'll look it up after.
Okay, my last one.
Yeah.
This one I learned pretty late in life. This one I learned like maybe in the last like 2 years.
Okay. 2 days.
2 days. No, it was in the last 2 years because that's when I went to this place. So
The bodega.
I have been to the bodega in the past 2 years, but I knew what it was. I knew I was walking into a bodega. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I grew up watching like Apollo, like 11, like the space movies, like
okay.
You know,
the landings,
and they're always
things.
like. I think my dad would always say like, "Oh, Houston, we have a problem," like that song. Or like that phrase.
Oh, like you didn't know that Houston, Texas was a place?
No. Okay, so I knew Houston was a place. Okay, it took me an embarrassingly long time to put together the fact that the people in the space ships or whatever, when they were calling down to Houston, they were calling it Houston because that's where the space station, like the space
stuff is.
stuff I thought it was like a nickname. Like,
Okay, I
you
see
know,
that.
like
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Buzz
Houston is
Aldrin.
a person.
Like they
Yeah.
have like oh my god, like Top Gun.
Houston was a chief at the space station, and now it's just
Yes,
stuck
like
in.
I just thought like
They're
like
just- you just
Houston
call
was the
him
guy like
Houston, yeah.
that was like the they have like the military like Foxtrot Tango
Yes,
like
yes.
I thought it was that, or like in Top Gun they have like Maverick and Goose, and like I just
Okay.
thought it was like one of those like nickname things.
Industry
no, they call
things.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
they
I get
call
that.
it Houston because that's where they're all sitting in the control room. They're
Right.
sitting in Houston, okay? And it took me up until I went to Houston. My buddy Ryan moved to Houston after college, and we all took a trip there. And then it got brought up like that the space thing was, and then the group chat was called Houston, we have a problem. And I was like, oh my God.
That's funny.
I was like, oh my, like I had the That's So Raven like
Yeah.
moment. Because that's where
Rockets
the space
went
thing
off in
went.
your head.
No, yeah, and that's a way too long of a time to go
That's
through.
okay.
But it took me up until then. But Houston, great town, good time. Go to the rodeo if you ever go there.
I need to go.
Yeah.
I
Oh
need
my
to be a
God, you do.
H-Town hottie.
Yeah, you do. You
know.
do. But yeah, so that's my last one, and that was I think my most recent revelation that I really the chicken was, but we don't have to go back to that place.
A dark, scary,
That
wet
dark place where I was washing my chicken, my raw chicken in the sink.
Oh, that's
Oh
funny.
my
This
God,
is fun.
this was fun. You made me laugh.
I mean,
I did the no
Listen.
words laugh. Like I did the no.
I'm thinking
noise.
that I need to like start doing stand-up comedy. Like, I think I'd be pretty good at it. But then I always think like, well, what do I tell jokes about? Because like I feel like I'm like situation funny. So like I just have to like set up stories and like.
Well, yeah, you just need to
explain.
go into story, or like when you make people laugh the way you just
I just
made
gotta,
me
like,
laugh.
write it
You need to take that bite and
Turn it into
put
something.
it into a set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought that.
Well, I think some of the funniest people, like the funniest people are the situation type funny, because it's like they make you laugh like at like crazy shit that's going
Right,
on
it
around
doesn't matter
you.
what's happening,
or
like,
they like talk
yeah.
about things that happen to everybody. I think that's the funniest, when it's like
Right.
talking to someone about like,
Universal
yes,
situations.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, like, but they're just making me laugh about it. Yes, so I think
yeah.
you could do that, and
I gotta
love,
look into that.
I love that.
know.
We know a guy,
I know. I was gonna say I gotta like sit down with Gray and be like,
Yeah.
okay, so like, give me what's the 411?
Gray West. Look him up. He's so funny.
He
We
is
love
very
him.
funny. Yeah. But Bridget, where can they find us?
Oh my
If they
God.
miss us after this episode.
Well, how could you not miss us?
I
Like
know.
that's so hard.
We're back. Oh, we also did a twofer, so that's why we're in the same outfit as last
Yeah, double record. Bing.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Sorry,
we just
we're not that at the level where we're gonna change. It's fine.
no. Plus, I like my outfit today. I'm wearing cargo pants, everyone. I'm inspired by Blake Bakey.
I love
I got
them.
cargo pants because he wears cargo pants. Regina George wears army pants and flip flops, so I wear army pants and flip flops. You know. Okay, you asked me where they can find us,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad that you did. You can find us at WWBD Pod on Instagram and on TikTok, and at WWBD Pod _ on Twitter/X. And we hope you give us a follow. We hope you stay tuned, because we're kicking off season 2 with a bang, and we're so glad you're here with us.
Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, give us a rate, do all the things.
Yeah.
And send us someone who you think still does one of these things or needs to be enlightened on one of them.
Yeah, help your friends who are washing their chicken,
Yeah.
please. Please.
Literally, let everyone know the anatomy of a woman's flower.
Yeah. Educate the people. Do what needs to be done.
All right. Bye.
Bye.